everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Greedfall. So, previously on this Let's Play we just finished another side mission and I still have some unfinished business that I would like to do before going back to the main quest, specifically this one over here, the Origins of Theleme. We already did some work for that quest and we can continue it, so that's what I would like to do today. And after that, maybe go to Hikmet to look for the doctor, because, I mean, looking for the healer in San Matheus was pretty quick, so I'm going to assume this will basically be just as quick. And while I'm in Hikmet, I would also like to look around a bit and just see if there are any new quests in Hikmet that I can do, because I need some reputation with the Bridge Alliance, because they still don't like me all that much. But yeah, for now we're going to continue our San Mateo quest for the Theleme. And apparently we have to go to Vet Vilvi and find out where Saint Matheus went. Let's do it. Oh, hang on a second. Who do I want to take along for this? I think I should change my party maybe. Yeah, I definitely want to change my party. Honestly, I think the best combination for this kind of mission would be Petrus and Ciara, right? Okay, now I'm ready to go. Excavation site camp, okay. That's where I will travel. And I still may have to explore some of the area in that part of the map. I think it's one of the maps that I haven't fully explored yet. Let's have a look. Well, guess there's a little bit of stuff over here. So yeah, I will head over to my quest marker over here and I will bring you back once I have arrived. Alright, I am slowly approaching my destination. Getting here was not quite as easy as it looked like, by the way, because it does look like you can just go through here. However, there is a pretty high ledge somewhere in this area that you can't climb. So you have to make a detour and go through this area, and then you can circle around and reach this place. And apparently this place is guarded by some relatively strong enemies. I mean, these creatures were not much of a challenge, but they were stronger than the usual beasts that you run into. So I feel that these were put here to discourage you from getting to this area too early. But yeah, let's have a look at what's going on here. I'm going to assume there's another camp as well.
I've never been that far into the swamp. But if I was to live here, I would look for a drier place.
I agree. I would look for a drier place as well. Okay, so yeah, we do have a camp over here. So let's make sure we set it up. It's actually the last camp in this region. And yeah, I mean, this is just a general area marker, so I just have to look around a bit and see what I can find. Oh, well, I found another Nadaik. Okay, okay. I guess we will have to fight this one as well. Let's see how strong this one is. Oh, it has a weapon. That is new. Okay, well, I guess we're going to kill another one of these creatures.
May the Enlightened help us.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle.
Oh, actually, now that I see this Nadaik in action, the one back in Old Serene was kind of similar, I suppose. And, yeah, I don't know, this is slightly stronger than the ones we had before. I thought the strongest or most difficult one was like the first Nadaik we fought here in Tier 3D, because I think I was just not high enough in level for that one when I started that fight, so I think that's why it was a lot more difficult. Okay, so we reduced the armor. Now we can wear down. Okay, yeah, I think we will be fine here. Maybe heal a little bit, especially the companions. Oh, yeah, that weapon can deal a bit of damage here. But we have seen worse.
May the shadow engulf our enemies. Be careful.
Right.
Your armor is falling apart.
It's okay. I can restore my armor. At least a little bit.
Shadow engulf our enemies.
There we go. We killed another Nadaik for no good reason whatsoever other than the fact that it was here. Yeah, and I still have to look around, and at the moment I'm not really seeing much, but there seems to be some stuff going on top of this.
A cavern. Hermits often choose places like this when they want to live away from the world.
So maybe he lived inside the cave. Or maybe he became the Nadaik. What if we just killed San Matheus?
This is incredible. People live here, and amongst them something unexpected. We have to run through this place.
That would be quite the twist, right?
May the shadow engulf.
Because, I mean, we have heard that apparently all the Nadaiks used to be people. So, who knows? Who knows what happened to San Matheus? Well, there are certainly traces of civilization here. I mean, these look like tombs, not really like places where someone used to live. Can't climb up here. And yeah, this seems to be a larger place again. So I can't climb up here, which means this is the only way I can go. And of course, we have to deal with a few bats again. Not really that difficult. And I mean, I could technically turn up the difficulty to make these battles more challenging, but I am honestly not sure about it. I mean, the battle system is not bad, but I don't think it is that great that I really need to have more and difficult battles, especially since I think at the beginning they said that if you pick a higher difficulty, enemies will be more numerous, and I honestly don't know if I really need more of these random encounters, so I think I'll just stick with this difficulty, which is normal, and don't really need to get any more of that. Oh well, we got like a small passage over here. This might be one of those where you need intuition, and I don't have Vasco in my party, so I don't know if I have enough intuition, because usually he gives me some extra intuition. But I guess I will have a look at it anyway. Oh, got some interesting paintings over here. But yeah, before I check out the paintings, let me see if I can use that small passage over here. Somewhere to the right.
I can't do that.
Yeah, level 2 intuition. I need Vasco for that, I'm afraid. So I will have to come back here once I have either more intuition or with Vasco in my party. Okay, yeah, guess we're going to have a look at these paintings now. Oh, I wonder if that person, the white-haired person on the painting, is San Matheus? Interesting.
These murals are magnificent. If St. Matthias did come here, this is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them.
Indeed. Indeed. I believe so. I mean, assuming this over here is San Matheus, he apparently had some contact with, well, that could be another dike. Kind of looks like one, it's pretty big. So let's have a look at it.
This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native.
Or maybe it's just a native with a mask. I suppose that's true. I just thought because it's so large, but I mean, apparently the guy over here is kneeling, so that would explain it. Also, what exactly do we got here?
This mural is very ancient.
Oh, okay, it's just...
It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native.
It's just a quest marker for this painting. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be St. Matheus, and he was sort of initiated by the natives into something. Maybe my theory that St. Matheus actually turned into an Adike was not quite as crazy. I really just said it like offhand, but now that I think about it, maybe that's what happened.
This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matheus, praying to Enon Milfrichtemen.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Teleme won't like that one bit.
I do not know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
I cannot believe it. These symbols, they are signs used in the secret writing of the Donegada.
Okay. So, you think if St. Matheus lived here, then he used the secret language of the Donegada? I mean, it's quite obvious by now that there is a connection between St. Matheus and the religion of the natives, so let's see what else we can find.
Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them.
Maybe they are not delighted at all. Maybe they want to make them disappear again. And apparently we have something on this altar-like stuff.
It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet. Oh, I feel so lucky to be here, in this cavern where our founder lived.
Okay, so I guess we can safely assume that St. Matheus lived here in this cave, and apparently he studied the native cult and religion and rituals. Anyway, I think I have not investigated this one over here.
There are some native symbols here and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men duistad en on mil frichtemen.
It means, welcome us amongst your people, Enon mil frichtemen.
This is incredible. Saint Matheus would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him.
I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matthias, the founder of Teleme, finished his life worshipping the islanders' god. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge upset for our nation, our cult, and our relations with the natives.
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matheus lived his life in a way that's so different from what they advocate. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Teleme.
I understand you must be concerned. Great revelations are often followed by a trail of blood. But if what we found was revealed, my people could live in peace with the priests at last.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
Okay, well, we found some very interesting information here. And I have to admit, I'm not entirely sure what to do with this either. I mean, I'm pretty sure some will be fascinated by this kind of stuff, but some will probably just deny it and find some reasons or excuses why this can't be true and will just keep on believing what they believe. So yeah, a schism is very likely indeed. But one way or the other, my next step would be to inform Sister Eugenia of my discoveries. So I guess I'm going to tell her, and I hope it's going to end not bad. But okay, yeah, let's head back to the missionary camp, and we will see what we can do with our new knowledge here. Alright, I'm back at the camp. Let's talk to Eugenia again and let's see what she has to say about this.
So, did you find anything? Or do you need my help?
Report your discoveries. Well, Bunny, I don't really have a choice. I have to report it, so I guess that's what I will do.
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole group of people, mostly natives, who had obviously created a sacred site, as the place was guarded by a creature.
And have you found traces of our holy founder? New relics? Perhaps some tablets?
Oh, now I have to make a decision here. Decide to reveal the truth and give her the relics. Decide to hide the truth and keep the relics. I don't know. I mean, I understand the implications of this and that it might cause trouble. But, I mean, the relics are there, the paintings are there. Someone else will discover them eventually if they keep on, exploring the island. So, I honestly feel that I should just reveal the truth because it can't be hidden forever. So, may as well do it now. And in the end, she has to decide what to do with it, right? So I can only, bring her the news. And then the Thélème has to decide how they want to deal with that kind of discovery. So, yeah, I guess I will tell her what I found out.
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matheus.
Frescoes? Tell me more. This is fascinating.
He was shown having his face painted by a native. On another, he prayed to the god of the mountain.
You can't be serious. You mean to say that our saint converted to the cult of the islanders?
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also point in this direction. Look, there are inscriptions. These tablets and also this chaplet.
This chaplet? I cannot believe it. It is so... Excuse me. I cannot find the words to express how I feel. You must come with me. We must go and present all these discoveries to the Mother Cardinal. You realize our entire dogma will have to change. So far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers. Literally, alas.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof. All this evidence. With your support, we will convince her to reveal the truth.
I see. I will do my best to help you.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very
Oh,
convincing.
it's you again.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Oh boy.
To the heretics!
Oh boy, here we go again.
May the
Alright,
enlightened protect me in this battle.
it's quite a few of them.
Shadow engulf our enemies.
Stun some of them. And now I'm going to empty a few bullets on them. Right.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
I'm not entirely sure who is like the leader here. I'm guessing it's this guy. Oh, whoa, look at that. He is hitting pretty hard.
Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
So, let's stay away from him. Let's use a few bullets. There we go.
That I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Matheus. They will not dare to attack you there,
I hope.
even if these men were the last forces that the Inquisition could send us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
True.
Fortunately, we have some leverage over this, dear Cornelia. And if you will allow me to attend the hearing, I would be delighted to support you.
Your help will be precious to us, Father. In any case, we must present our research to Mother Cardinal as soon as possible. I will study the tablets one last time to make sure I know all their content, and I will meet you at the palace in San Matheus to plead our case.
Understood. See you soon, Sister Eugenia. Be careful.
Oh boy, the plot is thickening. The plot is thickening, so I guess we're going to do it. We're going to destroy the Thélème dogma. So this is like the boss of the Inquisition, key to the Order Luminous prisons. Well, that might be useful at some point. Oh, well, as a matter of fact, I think I have been inside the Order Luminous prisons already. I freed some natives from there. So I think I already had the key. Yeah, I'm supposed to meet with Eugenia in about 23 hours. So I guess I will just head back to a camp and I will travel back to San Matheus because I would really like to know how this is going to turn out. If it's going to be a huge catastrophe or if something good will come out of it. Alright, I have arrived in San Matheus, but it is not quite time for our meeting yet. So let's sleep a few hours. And I think now I'm ready for the big meeting. Yeah, let's head over to Mother Cardinal's palace. I'm sure she's going to be delighted to see us. And I'm happy that I, well, more or less finished Petrus's quest already, because I'm sure this would go down differently if I didn't have the leverage. I mean, technically I haven't fully finished his quest yet. There seems to be another part, but I have advanced it far enough to find out about the Mother Cardinal's secrets. Alright, let's do this.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your arrival. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our founder. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but, on the contrary, he would even have adopted some of their rituals, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature in a single dogma.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great upheaval that could harm our nation. We must first verify their authenticity. You are the only ones who entered this cave. Could what you have witnessed been a falsification?
Well, I guess it could be, but who would want to falsify that kind of stuff? I mean, it's not like the islanders knew that centuries later more Teleme guys would show up. So why would they put fake frescoes on the wall of that cave just to mislead people centuries later? So, I don't know. I think they're genuine. But yeah, let's tell her what we found out here.
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There's no island or village nearby. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly no one has lived there for a very long time. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces of their passage, and we have not found any.
Okay, well, that's a good point. And yeah, there was a guardian, which may or may not have been Saint Matheus. Well, probably not, but I think it would be funny if that was actually former Saint Matheus.
The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a Nardaig. These guardians usually protect sacred places and let no one enter without a fight. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think that nobody had entered the cave for a very long time.
Right, that's a pretty good point as well. And yeah, we found some interesting frescoes and relics.
We discovered ancient frescoes on the walls of the cave. They represent Saint Matheus without a doubt. He's depicted with his chaplet. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, his face was being painted by a native. I understand how shocking these discoveries are, but their antiquity proves that they are genuine.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the Enlightened. He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, and who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
It seems that you only see the negative aspects of this discovery, but the reality is very different. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs into your dogma, you could build an alliance with them. Something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
What good is such a reproach if our nation has fallen into chaos?
I would also...
And food.
Your Eminence.
Yet,
If
and does...
I understand.
Thank you. After careful consideration, I look for... As for your...
It was...
Let me...
Your Excellency. These, but they also... We must... Could... What...
The cavern frauds... These... We discovered... I understand.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the... He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, and who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
Well, I'm to say, I suppose. But okay, I have various options now. Charisma. Show her the positive aspects of this discovery. Only 75%, even with full charisma. I don't get 100% here. Suggest that she visit the cave herself. That makes a lot of sense, but that's too much intuition for me. No chance here. Remind her of her debt to us. I'm going to assume this is what Petrus suggested, that we use our leverage to convince her. Or, well, not really convince her, basically just blackmail her to, I don't know, accept our evidence and reveal the truth. She's probably not really going to believe it, but at least she will pretend to do so, since we have that leverage on her, right? Or I can just be angered about her suspicion. I'm sure that's going to help me. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't use my intuition, so I have to either use my leverage or my charisma. The leverage is probably going to succeed 100%. However, using my charisma just seems to be the better option, because I feel it would be more positive and more advantageous in the long run if we could actually convince her that this is the truth and not just blackmail her into, pretending that she believes it. So I think I will take my chances. I will not take the 100% option, but instead opt for the 75% option, simply because I feel that this is the better way to handle things if we can actually convince her. So yeah, fingers crossed. I hope my charisma is high enough for this.
It seems that you only see the negative aspects of this discovery, but the reality is very different. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs into your dogma, you could build an alliance with them. Something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
It is a good argument,
Yes.
Your Excellency. I hadn't thought about that.
It's interesting because the argument she made is basically a political one, and that is probably a very clever choice because, she is a very political person. So appealing to her sense of politics is maybe the best thing Athena could have done in the situation. So instead of appealing to her, love of the truth or whatever, just appeal to her politics and the advantages she could have politically if she would reveal the truth. So, what do we do now? Talk about the Order Luminous attacks, appeal to her faith. Honestly, I am not entirely convinced about the sincerity of her faith. We know she's doing illegal gambling and stuff like that. So, not sure how sincere her faith really is. So, I'm not sure what this would accomplish. But I guess talking about the attacks of the Order Luminous would be fine one way or the other. She definitely needs to know about this.
I would also like to inform you that a member of the Ordo Luminis was part of the expedition. He tried several times to sabotage it, even killing many of his colleagues for it. And finally, he attacked us, as we were preparing to join San Matheus.
You'd have thought that the remaining members of the Order would go to such extremes. But I fear these attacks are just a reflection of what will happen if your discoveries are made public.
Well, that's true.
Your Eminence, we are faced with a crucial choice for our nation. What does a man of faith do in such a dilemma? He prays and places his trust in the one who came before him and has shown more wisdom. Saint Matheus shows us a new way. If we are believers, can we really turn our backs on him?
You surprise me, Petrus. You who are always so political, yet your words seem sincere. You give me something to think about. Thank you.
Okay.
If my people knew that the great sage they had long respected is the same man as your saint, and that your priests respected our culture as he did, they would be welcomed here as brothers.
And the Eden we wanted to build would be everywhere. You speak sense, Princess. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I don't know. But interestingly enough, Petrus basically appealed to her faith now, right? So while Athena and I guess Ciara mostly appealed to her sense of politics, Petrus appealed to her faith. So maybe the combination of that will convince her. Mention the revelations of St. Lucius. Mention the weight of such a secret. What exactly were the revelations of St. Lucius? I don't know. Both of them seem to be good options. But I would like to know what exactly St. Lucius revealed, so I guess I'll pick this one.
I understand your doubts about the future, which are inevitably caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet in the end he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Thélème today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision.
Okay.
After careful consideration, I have
achievement.
decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world.
Okay.
It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Matheus.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.
Well, you are very welcome. I honestly didn't expect this outcome, but she totally decided to go along with my evidence, so that is very interesting. And yeah, did we actually finish this quest now? I'm going to assume I did. Yes, we did. I mean, I still have Petrus's quest, but this is unrelated. The sins of Father Petrus. Yeah, this seems to be more of a personal issue now and not about finding leverage on someone else, but this part of his quest actually seems to be about Petrus. So this might be something interesting. Can I talk to you again, maybe? Just out of curiosity.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Lady de Sardet, what can I do for you?
I don't know, let's see. The missionary is the fate of the member of the Order Luminis, Petrus. I think I asked her about Petrus, but these two might be new options, so let's use them.
Who are the missionaries?
It is an order that aims to convert people. You must have met some of its followers in Serene. Most of them leave the comfort of Thélème to visit other countries, to spread the good word. This once relatively minor order has become quite significant in recent years, and has established itself in politics in the highest positions of our nation.
Well, I guess the Order Luminis is not quite as powerful anymore.
What will become of the members of the Ordo Luminis?
Domitius will be sent back to the mainland and will be judged alongside some of his most vindictive colleagues. The Ordo Luminis as a whole cannot be held responsible for the errors of only one of its members. We need the Inquisitors, so some of them will continue their mission.
Okay, so the Order Luminis does still exist, but at least some of them will be punished. Okay, fair enough.
I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Alright, there we go. And I think I'm actually on friendly terms with the Thélème now. Yes, I am. So only the Bridge Alliance and the Coin Guard still need some convincing. I mean, I have a quest for the Coin Guard that I can do. But the Bridge Alliance, I don't know, man. They are just trouble. But I haven't really gotten that many quests from them. That's the problem. So I hope that I can find some quests that I can do for them. And maybe we can change that suspicious state over here. But yeah, I think I'm going to make a cut here because this is a pretty good ending to this episode. We found out the truth about San Matheus and the Mother Cardinal accepted it. And it may cause like a change in their religious dogma. And I guess we will see how this will impact the story from now on. But I think I'm not going to start another quest a day. So yeah, as usual, thank you for watching. And see you again next time.